going to try and smile through this heat. We are starting with the weather because if you've been outside, you know it is still very, very hot.
I feel like you're still missing another very, 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 very hot. Well, the triple-digit heat sticking around again tonight, leading to another day under a weather impact alert. Thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Jurnee Taylor.
And I am Rolly Hoyt. The question you're all asking, how long is this going to last? For that answer, let's bring in meteorologist Nathan Scott. He's been tracking this all day.
I don't really have anything else to say. Nathan, just get to it.
There's huge numbers. He's even blocking some of those digits.
Yeah, like just go ahead and get
Those
to
are
it.
some ugly numbers, right?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Jurnee and Rolly, we reached a high of 102 at Little Rock this afternoon, and the highest heat index value for Little Rock topped out at 114. So, yes, it is still miserable out there this evening. Extreme heat warning in effect for the entire state of Arkansas until 9 o'clock this evening. Other numbers across the state, feels like 117 in Texarkana, feels like 115 or 116 in Batesville, and it feels like 114 in Pine Bluff. So everybody is roasting across the natural state. But changes are on the way, and that is in the form of some showers and thunderstorms popping up here in North Arkansas. That's developing in advance of a cool front. So as this continues to push its way down to the south, there will be potential of some spotty to isolated showers and thunderstorms, and there could also be 1 or 2 strong storms. Primarily in North and Northeast Arkansas, the main concerns will be for damaging wind gusts and maybe some small hail. This front will usher in some cooler numbers and also less humid conditions on your Wednesday. Highs low to mid 90s, and look at your heat index. Not too bad, primarily mid 90s, although Texarkana, you miss out on the cooler weather because it'll still feel like 113. I'll let you know how long this relief will stick around coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. New details tonight after someone opened fire during a funeral for a shooting victim Saturday at a Little Rock church.
Now, you may have seen some posts on social media about the shooting near Fellowship Christian Church. THV 11's Maya Ellison shows us video of the terrifying moments and has more from someone who was there that day.
Gun violence is never the answer.
Frances Pride, church administrator at Fellowship Christian Church, says it's a message she's holding on to even more after 18-year-old Dillian Cheater was shot and killed earlier this month. On Saturday, the church hosted his funeral, which was interrupted by what sounded to them like gunfire outside.
I turn around.
I could hear the gunshots, so I understood they were outside.
She says that's when people ran for cover inside the sanctuary.
Many of the people that were sitting in the back could hear the gunshots sooner than they actually could hear them up front. They began running toward the front, so they were trying to take cover just on the other side of the riser right here, and some people had begun to run toward areas where it looked like there were exit doors so that they could leave the building.
It was the church's live stream that captured the moment shots rang out.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
But Pride says her focus was keeping everyone calm.
I wanted everyone to understand that the shots were outside, the chaos. I do understand the chaos, but you were safe.
I asked Little Rock Police for more information. The department confirms officers responded to reports of shots fired near Baseline Road and Sunset Lane, where the church is located. Pride says they were prepared.
We have a security team. We have been trained in the area of those church shootings, in the area where there could be some violence inside the sanctuary.
That training, she says, also highlights a much bigger issue.
I know the community as well as mothers and fathers are tired of burying our youngsters.
Because of that, she says it gives them even more reason to open their doors to the community, providing a safe space for everyone.
We here at Fellowship Christian Church do not condone gun violence. We pray for our neighborhood and the people within our congregation constantly, and we ask that you all would just continue to be mindful of your surroundings and other people.
In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
All right, Maya, thank you. Little Rock police say a man has been arrested in connection with Cheater's death. 20-year-old Charles McCrary charged with capital murder.
Now, as for Saturday's shooting, no word yet on any suspects as detectives work on the investigation. Now, another investigation is also underway at the Little Rock Police Department after an officer fired his service weapon while trying to avoid being attacked by a dog.
This happened on Sunday at a home near Kavanaugh Boulevard. Police say it started at Hill Station Restaurant. That's where staff reported 34-year-old Thomas Schmidt had been drinking, turned aggressive with other customers. When asked to leave, investigators say he kicked out a window and drove home, later calling police himself to his home and leading to an encounter. Schmidt's attorney, Kyle Ludwig, sent us a statement this afternoon that characterized the dog as a puppy and saying the officer shot right away, even though it never made contact with that officer.
Now, it went on to say, quote, deadly force should be a last resort, not a first reaction, end quote. Schmidt is due back in court on August 27th. We have requested the body cam footage. LRPD has yet to make it available, and when we get it, we will bring it to you first.
Meanwhile, the state's oldest and one of its largest banks is facing some heat from account holders. Arvest has added a $5 monthly fee to some checking accounts, and it's frustrating to some who say the account used to be free. But now accounts that don't meet a $3,000 a month direct deposit threshold are getting charged $5. The move comes as affordability grows as a political issue here in Arkansas and nationwide, and it's prompting the bank to offer some options.
Banks, like any other businesses, need to have some type of profit. We need deposits so we can go out and help, create loans for small businesses, for, mortgages, for anyone who's needing, that either personal loan or even a credit card.
And so that spokesperson says Arvest offers a lower cost checking account with a $3 monthly fee for customers who don't meet that monthly deposit threshold. Meanwhile, the latest Arkansas jobs numbers show the state's unemployment rate dropping from May to June. Nearly 3,000 more people got a job last month, making this the 5th in a row that the number of unemployed Arkansans declined. Compared to June of last year, there's more than 23,000 people on the job, and the federal numbers also show that Northwest Arkansas ranked 3rd in the entire country for job growth over the last 12 months. On the flip side, though, thousands of Arkansans are among those falling behind on student loan payments. According to the Office of Federal Student Aid, 9.5 million borrowers are in default. That's about 1 in every 5 people who got a federal student loan. The jump comes after pandemic-era payment pauses ended, but another wave could be coming after the Trump administration ended a repayment option called the SAVE plan earlier this year.
Well, a group of tenants gathering just down the road from the state capitol earlier today saying they've received eviction notices despite having paid their share of the rent. The group dropping off letters at the Housing and Urban Development Building demanding answers as to why there is still a holdup in federal funds. It's all a part of a program that allows people to pay a portion of their rent based on their income while a housing administrator covers the rest. Well, we've brought you stories in the past about tenants who are facing eviction, but some say they can't wait anymore.
So I will not be houseable with an eviction on my record. So that creates another hurdle that we have to jump over, and we're already disabled and can't we rely on this housing. We'll be homeless without it.
Well, others say they want eviction pauses until payments are sorted out. They're also asking for an immediate response and say they'll keep pushing until they get it. Now, while that was taking place, leaders at the state capitol were celebrating the 20th anniversary of the smoke-free workplace law. The legislation expanded smoke-free rules across workplaces and many public spaces, cutting secondhand smoke, and according to some, has protected health across the state. State Representative Tracy Steele played a significant role in sponsoring the bill in 2006 and was there today as part of the celebration.
20 years later.
Cheaper dental care is coming to Arkansas with a clinic that's the first of its kind in the state. TV 11's Carter Threach shows us what to expect at the Lyon College School of Dentistry.
1 year ago, the Lyon College School of Dental Medicine welcomed its first class to Little Rock. With that inaugural class now entering its second year, the school has opened something else.
This is the clinic right here, and
This is where we're going to see all of our patients and anyone that's in need.
For about a month, students have been seeing patients. They can already tell they're filling a need.
There's so many opportunities for people to travel all over the state to come here. I know people have traveled as far as 4 hours so far, and we've only been open for a few weeks.
Dr. Burke Soph is with the school. He says one big reason people may travel is affordability.
We're about a third of the price of a private practice. So there's no doubt dentistry is expensive. And so we are a much more affordable option.
While the clinic may be cheaper than your average dentist, Dr. Soph says patients are getting the exact same quality.
We have incredible faculty and incredible staff who have seen everything in dentistry. So we have all of these dentists who are guiding our students.
So far, the experience has been everything these students dreamed of.
It was rewarding, very rewarding, because we worked so long and so hard to get here to this point.
There's so many beautiful windows and the views are incredible. I just think walking into this space, it's going to give a lot of people ease.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
Well, the clinic is located on Riverfront Drive and accepts Medicaid patients as well as walk-ins on a first-come, first-served basis. You can also sign up to schedule an appointment online or by calling the dental school directly. After the break, we're taking a closer look at your health.
That includes an update on the cyclosporiosis outbreak and how some are adjusting to new SNAP restrictions.
And out there this evening, we're still contending with the potential of life-threatening heat, but the feels like takes a nosedive for tomorrow and also Thursday, and then it ramps right back up into life-threatening heat as we go into the latter part of the weekend and early next week. I'll have more on that forecast and a look at Tropical Storm Bertha off the coast of Florida coming up.